Yes.
Hello. Hello, Dr. Haque. How are you today?
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Lori. Dr. Lori Smith call. Are you doing good?
I'm doing great. Thank you. I'm glad to host this
Awesome.
with you today. So,
Awesome. Thank you for
I
having
just
me.
wanted to introduce you because I'm honored to have you here and to host this with you. And what Dr. Haque does is basically he is a PhD in bioorganic chemistry. He has that. He's also a naturopathic doctor, and he's also a functional medicine practitioner. So, welcome to the show. I'm glad to have you today
Thank you, Dr.
and
Lori. Thank you
hosting
for
you.
having me. It's a wonderful to
Absolutely.
meet you again.
Absolutely. So, I am myself as I'm a naturopathic doctor also. I'm a reflexologist. I'm also a bioenergetic practitioner. I work with medical devices that literally can help make your life much easier and much healthier. So we're both on the cutting edge of technology as well as natural herbs and medicines that are natural for your body. So let's talk about today, how do we control our cholesterol, heart disease, and triglycerides naturally? And the first thing I'd like to ask you, Dr. Haque, is how do we lower our cholesterol naturally?
Well, cholesterol is a very scary word to to everyone. Like because in this world right now, the highest number of death coming from any type of heart-related disease, and the key killer we know that which is cholesterol,
Mm-hmm.
and because of that we want to know cholesterol, more about cholesterol and how to control. So in fact, cholesterol doesn't come from the fat or eating, from the dietary cholesterol. Cholesterol mostly come from our liver when our body needs some healing, body have some damage and wounds, which means that body, our body liver create cholesterol, produce cholesterol, or make as we need. So if we know that why body make cholesterol, and we know how to control the cholesterol. So suppose you have a some kind of inflammation going on in the body. Suppose you have a smoke cigarette. Suppose you have a indigestion going on. Suppose we have some kind of toxicity or stress, and body need emergency support of cholesterol that's take care of that wound and stress and damage. So in that case, liver produce cholesterol to clean the system to get us surviving because we are in the stress, we are in some damage. So if you understand that clearly, that cholesterol come in to repair, to reveal our problems. Cholesterol have no power to to kill us. So we don't need to lower down cholesterol literally, but we need to lower down the root cause, the reason cholesterol gets high. One more point we need to know to understand how to lower down cholesterol is cholesterol is a molecule, as I said, is coming from the liver. Body makes own cholesterol. It doesn't make from the dietary cholesterol. It makes from carbohydrate.
Okay.
And when body liver makes it and send to the artery in the heart or send wherever it needed, in that body cell doesn't have any receptor to accept cholesterol. Cholesterol can be flow around. Not only that, cholesterol even cannot go to anywhere unless someone carry that, and that's called LDL, low density lipoprotein.
Okay.
Now, low density lipoprotein will take cholesterol toward the body whatever is needed. And by mistake, we found that cholesterol is bad, and LDL is even most number one killer because LDL bring cholesterol and get us heart attack. But we forgot what is the reason that cholesterol comes and get attached in the artery. That's we need to look at it. That would
Right.
be easy for us to understand that how can lower down cholesterol. So our artery cell in the artery endothelial cell,
Mm-hmm.
when they have some inflammation, and inflammation coming from some kind of wrong diet, like sodium ascorbate from the preservative, some fry oil, conventional oil it oxidize the endothelial cell in the artery. Then calcium comes to makes energy. Then LDL bring cholesterol to heal the wound. The oxidation happen in the artery cell. Also, like for instance, we get antibiotic. All antibiotic, all polycarbon from the plastic. Aspartame we take from the sweetener instead of regular sugar. So these all chemical, all preservatives we intake, they come to our body, especially in the artery. They makes artery endothelial cell dysfunction. Then
Right.
cholesterol comes in. The cholesterol is transported by LDL, which we thought is a worst and number one killer, as I said. So if we can fix the root causes why cholesterol need to get extra produced by liver, we can
Hmm.
fix the problem. So first thing is, as I already said, that inflammation in the artery. Second thing is inflammation throughout the body. When body have a lot of inflammation going on, uh, liver need to produce cholesterol to support the inflammation, to lower down the stress, and there are many other issue like a ferritin, lipoprotein. This also gets homocysteine that's off the level, and then cholesterol comes in, and when cholesterol comes extra, and then we have a inflammation going on, then they get clogged and they get plaque in the artery. So that's our concern. So in parallel, if we take care of our body health problem, cholesterol will be normal as it is. Like for instance, someone um, hardworking person like a construction worker, their cholesterol would be 400 or 600, could be even
Right.
600, because that's how they need. So, but if someone is not physical worker, someone is sitting in the office and their cholesterol high, that means they have a lot of inflammation, they have a lot
Right.
of toxicity, they have a lot of body homocysteine level is off, their body
Right.
regular ingredients are off, body have a lot of stress going on. If that fix, cholesterol going to be normal as we need. And one simple thing we have to understand, a body cannot create anything to kill us. Of course, body makes as a need. So now
Right.
what happened if you don't understand the real point, will be taking certain drug, lower down cholesterol, but inflammation and problems and wounds and damage are there. What happened then? Heart doesn't work, blood pressure goes high, and inflammation and injury in the artery cell is going on and on and on. And that's why 70 to 75% heart attack and stroke come in from low cholesterol, not high cholesterol. One more thing I want to share a data, that there is a island named Crete in the Greece country. So they have like 1 million people live. So this 1 million people, for 10 years there was no heart, no cardiovascular injury reported. Then scientists became interested. What's going on? Let's see, what's happening in there. And they found out that everything is good. Just one thing is different. Everyone's cholesterol is above 200, and because of that, no one have a heart or cardiac issue. You see, but by
Right.
mistake we are lowering down cholesterol way down into 100. I have a
Right.
patient, his cholesterol is 98, and he came to me. He has a lot of issue. I don't find. I look at CBC. I look at his all data, medical report. I don't find his any health problem. What functional medicine approach I should go? Only one point I found, his cholesterol is 98. He cannot take care of his health on body cholesterol is too low. Pure cholesterol is repairer, rebuilder, it heals the wound, it produces our major hormone, it makes our brain, it develops nervous system. You see, it does all the major functions, and by mistake we thought this is our killer. Come on, body cannot kill us. Body cannot make something to kill us. Body
Right.
is created to take care of the problem and fix the problem. Cholesterol gonna be normal as it is. And another point I said, there is no connection between dietary cholesterol and regular cholesterol. So if you control your diet, cut down your fat. Yes, if you cut down carbohydrate, cholesterol gonna be lower down, because carbohydrate is the one mostly come through to make cholesterol.
Got it. And also, I wanted to ask you about, so what do the cholesterol meds actually do then? They say that your cholesterol's too high, which they've already raised the bar already. It used to be like 100, 160 or 180, and now it's up to like 240. Or no, it used to be 240 or 250, and now it's down to like 100 something, right?
Exactly. Like it was
So
it
that they
was
can put you on the
300.
meds,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so, what does the meds actually do for them? And is it beneficial or is it not?
Yes, very good question. It could be beneficial when a patient come to us. We don't tell them that stop your statin. We don't tell that.
Okay.
What we need to do, if cholesterol is really, really very high, then then they need to take a statin drug, lower down cholesterol a little bit. But at the same time, they need to fix the body problem. If they don't fix the problem, cholesterol, they need to take a statin drug forever. And if you lower down cholesterol by medication by statin forever, you lose your sex drive. The man mostly, this is a big problem. Your sex drive, you're losing your muscle. You are waiting just to die with all of a sudden heart attack. As I said,
Right.
70 to 75% heart attack comes from without any symptom. In the US, 1 million people every year get heart attack or stroke. And out of them, minimum 500,000 without any symptom.
Mm.
Their cholesterol is fine, heart is good, blood pressure is normal by all the medications, and they get all of a sudden heart attack. And they say, oh, we had nothing to do, we tried. Come on, we tried, we didn't look at the science. We didn't follow the body science. What body need? Body need cholesterol, healthy, healthy things, but
Right.
fix the problems, and it is gonna be miracle. Body gonna heal itself. You know, to worry about taking too much medicine. Of course, you need medicine temporarily, but not the forever and making. That's the data says it's making more heart problem if you take forever medicine.
Wow. Okay, great to know. And so, what kind of cholesterol foods can we take in order to lower our cholesterol?
Okay, mostly you need to get plant-based diet actually.
Plant
Because
based. Okay.
plant-based diet is the one who is going to be healing your wounds and damage and inflammation. Also, another thing you need to look at that. What is the problems need to be fixed? So in functional medicine, what we do, we look at the problems. We see inflammation, look at the CRP, we look at the homocysteine level, we look at the maybe other triglyceride is high. We look at maybe body other function, other data is off, that need to be fixed. For that, as I said, plant-based diet, less animal fat. If someone is insulin resistance, in that case, they need to do lower down the carbohydrate. Sometimes they need to get they're very high insulin, like insulin is 4, 5, or 10. They must control cholesterol, their carbohydrate intake completely, so that they can rebuild their health. They can, and then cholesterol going to be normal. Just matter of time. So a lot of people are
Okay.
commenting. Actually, we'll come back and answer your questions, guys. Please keep writing your questions. We'll be happy to answer. Okay, but Dr. Laurie have some question that will definitely
Absolutely.
go back to your
We're gonna get
question.
Yeah, we're gonna get right to it. So, what is the risk factors of heart attacks and strokes, and how do we prevent these conditions?
For the risk factor for the heart attack or stroke or is mostly are you thinking of the root cause, or you just asking what is the main reason people get heart attack, stroke?
Yeah. Well, first question is, what are the risk factors of heart attack and stroke?
Okay, for the heart attack and stroke is mostly why heart is not getting its enough oxygen. It's not,
Okay.
it have a blockage in there. Suppose
Right.
our artery are very delicate blood vessel right in the heart. So
Mm-hmm.
when they have some kind of inflammation, and there is some kind of inflammation, and what happened because of the inflammation, our body need to produce cholesterol to fix that, and cholesterol get oxidized in the artery. And whenever artery get oxidized, natural get oxidized, then then iron, then calcium, then platelet, and then all kind of LDL comes and get stuck and make a plaque in the artery. You see, when the plaque in the
Right.
artery, and anytime human body produce too much free radical or could not move the blood properly through the artery, and then it ruptured the plaque. It ruptured the blockage and get heart attack. And the same thing happened in the carotid artery for the brain,
Right.
and that's happening the stroke. You see, so the main reason is inflammation in the artery. Inflammation in the artery comes from our wrong food diet, our too much animal fat consumption, and wrong fat. We are having stress, a lot of stress, because stress is like a, it's like a torch in the artery, in the heart. Right away, body need to produce so many pro-inflammatory marker, so like a
Yeah.
CRP. So CRP produced by liver is a, so, and CRP body need to produce platelet, body need to produce WBC, and those comes and makes a plaque bigger and bigger, and they get heart attack. So main reason is not because of you eating too much fat. You have to understand that the main problem is inflammation in the artery, and that coming from too much sugar, because too much sugar make blood acidic, blood get thick, and blood cannot
Right.
flow properly in the artery, and if cannot flow properly, and that also makes a heart attack. And also free radical. For instance, human body every day,
Yeah.
uh, one cell produces, that is research in University of Nebraska, they found out that one cell produces 1 trillion free radical every day. And
Wow.
imagine human body have a minimum 10 trillion body cell.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of free radical body produce, and body need to produce enough antioxidant too. When you are in stress, body doesn't produce antioxidant, and body cannot take care of too much free radical circulation. And free radical is a inflammatory. It
Right.
damages different organs. It wherever it goes, it makes a chain reaction to makes more damage, especially in the endothelial cell. It makes more damage, more chain reaction. So that's need to be careful that what causing this plug, and plug need to gonna be rupture, make a heart attack if you don't have enough antioxidant. So we have to make sure that we are getting enough plant-based diet, less animal fat. We're trying to control our carbohydrate consumption. We have to cut down our, we have to get food the minimally processed, and especially antibiotic is everywhere. The food we trust for our chicken, egg, and all kind of meat, all kind of farm raised fish, they are full of antibiotic. So this antibiotic come to us and making a lot of inflammation in the artery. So this is the reason actually we need to focus.
Gotcha. And cholesterol, I'm not cholesterol, but cortisol also is also about stress, right? And doesn't that raise your uric acid? Because I have a question here about uric acid and how to eliminate it in the body as well.
Yes, uric acid. Also, we used to thought that uric acid is it coming from the protein, but uric acid actually coming from the sugar too. So when you have inflammation and we have too much sugar consumption and we don't process sugar properly,
Right.
uric acid goes high. So we need to make sure that our digestion, our metabolism works well. We are processing our sugar, intake. And
Right.
if you can process sugar, you don't have insulin resistance, you don't have inflammation, you will see it's a miracle. Uric acid going to lower down. I have a high uric acid, now it's normal. Just what I did, I lowered down my sugar consumption. I just even in my patient, I see a lot of uric acid patients. Once they stop inflammatory food intake, and they
Right.
lower down the carbohydrate, they do some exercise, uric acid is going to be controlled down.
Very. That's great.
Mhm.
So, what foods do help heart disease and when you've got heart disease, and what is the root cause of heart disease? So, it's a two-part question. First of all, what is the root cause of heart disease, and what can they do in order to eliminate that with foods and different things?
Okay, root cause of heart disease is very important. We need to know, because a lot of people they worry about the heart disease. They stop eating the carbohydrate. They stop eating the fat. They say, "Oh, fat is bad." They are not focusing the root issues. And a lot of people even don't do nothing but being scared, because they think that, oh, it came from my parents. It's genetically we have heart
Genetics,
disease
yes.
family, so we'll get heart disease either way, and they
Right.
do nothing. Actually, we have to understand that genetics cannot play a role when you are healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Japanese people came to US. They are
Hmm.
the standard. They are the standard of health. They don't have a heart disease, and they come to US and they start getting same heart disease like our
Yes,
Americans have. So
absolutely.
that means problem is not the genetics. Problem is not the only the fat. As I said, fat have no contribution to the cholesterol unless you don't process the fat. Then body need to get inflamed, and cholesterol comes in to heal the inflammation. Otherwise, even fat is not a problem. So what is the root cause? The root cause is, first of all, as I mentioned earlier, the insulin resistance. When you look at our lifestyle, we wake up in the morning, cereal and bread or something, and the lunch and pasta and then sandwich or burger, carbohydrate. Look at the
Hmm.
snacks, some cake or cookies, carbohydrate. Look at the we go for coffee, we're getting milk and creamy coffee. Look at the we go for dinner, we're getting pizza and burger again, sandwich,
Yes.
all kind of stuff. So whole meal, every single meal in the day, we are taking carbohydrate, carbohydrate, and carbohydrate. There are some protein and fat, and maybe some plant in there. But if that happen, body cannot body cannot body cannot process too much carbohydrate because body need to raise insulin whenever body need to raise insulin to process too much carb, convert into the ATP, a calorie. So at a certain time, body get tired of it, and
Yes.
that's called insulin resistance. So we need to lower down insulin resistance. We need to lower down carb intake. Then, otherwise, it's going to be heart disease because too much sugar itself is acidic, and too much insulin, as you said earlier, too much insulin is going to bring cortisol too. Because cortisol, insulin, two hormones, they are like a brother. They one comes in, other also kicks in. They get high, and they get other hormone imbalance too. So that's the insulin resistance is the number one cause right now. But and then like homocysteine. So homocysteine is a amino acid that is repairer rebuilder. But when
Okay.
homocysteine gets too much, and that makes also inflammation in the artery, inflammation in the heart. So there is a research showing that 20 to 40%, depending on the situation, location, 20 to 40% heart disease coming from the to when homocysteine level gets off because we don't get enough vitamin B, we don't have enough vitamin C, we don't have enough folic acid. We are kind of eating dead food. We don't eat raw or plant-based food enough nowadays,
Right.
and lipoprotein. Lipoprotein is another repairer. When lipoprotein get too much of the level of the number, this also makes too much oxidation in the artery. That also causes cholesterol comes in, gets in plaque formation and all kind of heart disease. So CRP, as I said earlier, CRP is another root cause because CRP makes inflammation. Someone gets CRP level, above 5, they gotta be careful. They might have a heart, some kind of heart disease or arterial disease, blockage and plaque might develop. So another marker is called fibrinogen. So fibrinogen helps the blood clotting and it helps the blood coagulation. But whenever fibrinogen gets high, that also cause different types of heart problem. And ferritin. So ferritin is serum ferritin is very important on especially menopause women. Their serum ferritin levels gets too high because
Right.
they don't release enough iron from the body. So it's very important when a woman get older, and then even any age, ferritin level should be very important. So another problem I said, free radical. Free radical need to be minimized, controlled, or neutralized by antioxidant. So what happening? Antioxidant we don't produce enough because of stress. Our metabolism is not working properly, or we don't. Antioxidant we need to take from the food, dietary food too. That's
Yes.
only possible from the raw plant, raw fruits, colorful fruits,
Right.
and we are kind of try to get only processed food. So lack of antioxidant, free radical damaging our heart, everything our body, vessel and nerves. And
Yeah.
then so vitamin C is very important to lower down free radical. Another thing is the bioenergetic. Lower bioenergetics is another problem. So we are forgetting that because each cell has a 200 to 500 mitochondria who produces energy. This mitochondria, mostly in the heart cell, is much more number, and that means heart cell is the one producing most our body energies. So
Right.
our when body heart cell is not working properly, that means we are not producing energy for the body. So body overall rhythm, overall functioning will not be work well. At that case, you need CoQ10, you need look at the EKG, you need to look at the nuclear test to know about the heart function, So only lipid, you know, lab results, lipid level is not enough. So we are always, want to see, lipid profile. Lipid profile is not enough if you don't look at our bioenergetics, you don't do a EKG or nuclear test for the heart. And one more thing is the blood also have a big contribution. Suppose our blood is toxic with too much metal. Our blood is toxic with too much bacterial infection, like
Right.
nanobacteria. Nanobacteria is like 100 smaller size than regular bacteria. So this nanobacteria makes a lot of infection, leave a lot of toxins. Of
Yeah.
course, metal too. Metals we eat from the teeth filling, from the food, from the
Yes.
uh,
Absolutely.
cooking pot, from the preservatives. We're getting a lot of
Heavy
metal,
metals.
heavy
Yeah.
metals. So heavy metals, toxin, and then nanobacteria infection. This making the blood toxic. As a
Yes.
result, we don't our heart doesn't function properly. Makes heart body so blood become thick and blood doesn't flow properly. Right, blood pressure
Right.
goes high. Heart gets a lot of weak and inflammation. And stress, and I talk about the stress means whenever body have in a stress, it produces a lot of inflammation. When body in stress, it shock and it produces cortisol, as you said. So high cortisol. At certain time, you don't have any cortisol, and you become
Yes.
weak. You see,
Yes.
so don't try to exhaust your adrenal gland, which is giving
Yeah.
you cortisol to survive. So
Yeah.
when you are like a chronic stress, you are gonna be draining out all of your energy, and and ended up you are out of right zone. And trans fat is another killer. We didn't know that conventional oil is so dangerous nowadays. The oil that we have, that's not regular oil, that's hydrogenated. They put it hydrogen bubble on there. It become a trans fat, and that trans fat is a purely inflammatory. So that need to be focused. How can you lower down the trans fat consumption, especially conventional oil, that need to be avoided. We need to get a pure raw oil, which is coconut oil. Or if you can make your own seed, if you can extract your own oil at home,
Uh
that's the
huh.
one solution. Or coconut oil is good, or olive oil if it is not processed. So these are focus we need to do. And salt, another one. Last not the least, there are many. These are the few I mentioned. Salt.
Yes.
So we have been used to taking the white salt, which is only one, sodium chloride. But a human body, saliva, tear, blood need more salt.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine we are not taking our real salt, which should have 80 to 90 salt. That is pink salt, Himalayan pink salt, or
Like
Celtic salt. Hmm.
Himalayan salt or Celtic sea salt.
Yep, it could be black salt. They have 80 to 90. Many medical, they did research. They found out that yes, they have 80 to 90 salt that human body need. So we are deficient of mineral for a long time. So when you're a doctor or someone might tell you, don't eat salt. They're true in one sense that because one salt you're taking white salt, this is dangerous for you. You already have too much sodium in the body. So
Right.
take the real salt that you're deficient of. Without mineral, heart cell cannot function because heart cell need at least 63 trace mineral, 12 major minerals. Imagine we are taking only one salt, sodium chloride. That's it. We are
Yeah.
huge deficient. And also vitamins and minerals like vitamin K2, vitamin B1, B3, B6, B12. That's also important for the heart. So these are the two things you can focus. So hopefully we can prevent our heart disease. We can also get rid of heart disease. Slowly get rid of medication for in a long run.
Sounds good. Another question that somebody has is Dr. Haque, my mom is suffering from shoulder's lock problem. Please say something about that. Do you know what that is?
So
Shoulder's lock.
shoulder lock problem mostly come from the gallbladder. So they need to go to chiropractor to to clean up to flowing their gallbladder mostly, and if there is stagnant going on maybe they need some adjustment. So they need to go to chiropractor, to lower down their the stagnant and locked issue. So this is not a medical problem. Then so chiropractor would be good help.
Okay, great. And
So
how
you
do we
like to
check?
get some question? Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, how do we check our heart is in good shape? I would say come and see you, and then you do all the tests, right?
So they can just go to their doctor, look at the EKG. They can look at their heart nuclear test to see heart rhythm and heart functioning. They can
Okay.
do homocysteine level, lipoprotein. They can do their fibrinogen, ferritin, serum ferritin, and of course, lipid profile is important too. But the other things are more important to know than only lipid profile. Then you know how you're functioning and what need to be taken care of.
Okay. And how about Faria? Faria Zaman has a good question for you. It says, Dr. Haque, as you mentioned earlier in another show, that these long time consuming iron supplements could be the reason for heart disease. In that case, what would be the alternative food that can increase the hemoglobin levels normal instead of eating meat and consumption only plant-based food? Great question. Thank you, Faria.
So, so without, I can you repeat the question again? What the last line you said?
Sure. It says,
I cannot see that. Yeah.
you want the whole question? It says,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is the
when
one.
there it is. When you are eliminating consumption of iron supplements could be the reason for heart disease. You had said that before. In that case, what would be the alternative food that can increase the hemoglobin levels to normal instead of eating meat and consumption only plant-based foods? I think you kind of answered that, but go ahead and
Actually, why are you thinking that iron is only in the meat? Plant has everything. Plant has everything. Every plant has like a kale, like a cilantro, like a parsley, um, um, like a lot of green have a lot of iron. You don't have to worry about the meat. Of course, you can enjoy the meat. It's allowed to eat meat. Meat have some nutrients. Healthy fat and very satiety. Food. But doesn't mean that you have to eat a lot of meat or you have to eat meat all the time. So please, iron is everywhere. If you get any plant-based, any green color vegetable that has iron, you don't have to worry
good to
about
know.
only the meat.
Yeah, and they have great drinks right now. Green drinks, for example, is really
Yes.
good for you, and that'll give you a lot of that too.
And hemoglobin, Dr. Laurie, for
Yes,
hemoglobin, for my patient, the mostly I get help. Of course, there is a pill, the chlorophyll pill. It's a
oh,
great help.
chlorophyll. Okay.
Yeah, and also they can get a green juice, ma'am.
Yes.
They can juice it up all the green color vegetable like a kale, parsley, cilantro, and then spinach, and they can drink. They can get a lot of they can fill up their chlorophyll deficiency, chlorophyll, and then iron, so they won't have a iron deficiency anymore if you do that. Someone do that.
Great answer. Wonderful. There's another one here. Hi, Dr. Haque. Probiotics and vitamin D3 can take together as a supplement. How to take it before meals or after meals, and how many times can I take it during the day? How long is it to take it as a supplement? How long can I take it as a supplement?
Well, probiotic, in my experience, because we check the patient with the muscle test, which is the muscle test to see what's going on. They still need probiotic, they still need vitamin D, and what level, right? So,
Okay.
first of all, let's go for the probiotic. Simple to know that probiotic you can take about 6 months to 1 year. Then you can lower down the dose, maybe 4 billion per day would be the good start for another year. So by 2 years you should be fine, your probiotic level, unless you have a major infection, then you kill off your good bacteria. And D3, vitamin D3 is important. You're asking vitamin D3, right? Yeah. Vitamin D3, if you just below 20, then you need to go about 10,000 per day minimum, but you can go
Right.
20,000 per day temporary too. But 10,000 per day you need if you go below 30. Check it out first, test it first. If it's below 30, go 10,000 minimum per day, 5,000 in the morning, 5,000 in the evening. And if you like below 50, I would say you can take 5,000 or 6,000 per day for about a 1 year, not more than 1 year. By 1 year, in my patient, I saw their vitamin D level got normal, and then probiotic as well, as I said.
Okay, great. There's somebody here that Nazmo, I hope I pronounced that correctly, but it says, sir, I have done and taken appointments, also done payment for consultation, but after payment, they told me my consultation with another doctor in Dhaka, I want to consult with you. They never gave me any solution.
Well, we'll definitely, if you make consultation with me, I'll talk to our office why that happened, and definitely we'll make sure that your consultation should be with me. Okay, I'll take care of it. Thank you.
That'd be great. Thank you. And then also we have one here at the end. It says, is LDL cholesterol bad, and how total cholesterol is counted?
LDL cholesterol is bad. We all know that it is not truly as bad as it's said. The thing is, as I said earlier, human body makes your own cholesterol as they need. So whenever body have a lot of any type of inflammation, wound, and damage, body produces cholesterol. But cholesterol have no power, no ability to flow. Like they have no hand, they have no leg to move,
Right.
to work. So cholesterol need to go and heal the inflammation. Then liver also produces LDL, low density lipoprotein, as you said. So
Right.
low density lipoprotein liver produces so that it can shuttle cholesterol to the place, especially artery, need to heal. So imagine what happening. We have a inflammation, LDL bringing cholesterol. We are saying cholesterol is bad, as if like you have a fire in the house. Firefighter came to fix your house, to lower to stop the fire, and you say that firefighter is the killer. They're killers. So LDL is not a killer. They are trying to help us. The problem is that we're saying cholesterol LDL bad because it's get oxidized in our artery endothelial cell, which have some inflammation and wound.
Okay.
We need to fix the inflammation. We need to fix the artery. We need to make our body healthy. We need to lower down our CRP. We need to lower down our I don't know, homocysteine or lipoprotein or any other issues that you have. Then LDL will be beneficial. So then high LDL will not be a problem, and LDL will not be high anymore if you take care of your other problem. So total cholesterol count is not that important unless it's really, really very high. You need to get a certain drug, talk to your doctor temporarily, get a certain drug. For the long run, you have to fix your body stress. Why you get so much stress? Why you get so much social competition to get it better and better, earn and more money? So I'm going to give you one simple example for lower down stress, which is, suppose I have a live today. Live was 11 o'clock our central time. Is it your central time? Maybe or I don't know where you are at. Wherever you are, you have different time. So your central time 11 o'clock. But yeah, so Toronto. Okay, so I'm in here. Doctor is in Dallas. We are same time zone. So we are here 11 o'clock. I have a live. I have to make sure that I want to come here 10 o'clock to set up my light, to get my computer ready, to see our stream is working properly. So imagine if I would come at 10:50, 10 minutes before. So we'll do some mistake. We'll be in the stress. We have so many to set up to make a live session. We don't want to do that. Likewise, if you want to make it stress free, you make a time between two tests. Trust me, this I apply. It is amazing and so powerful. Like I have a patient. I see patient 25 minutes or if it's my old patient 15 minutes. So if we two patients, I keep 10, 20 minutes gap. Why? I can fit one more patient and I can see double patient. I can do that. I can handle that. And I'll be in stress. I cannot give them a good service. And I'll be tired at the end of the day. Because so that's why everything in the life you have to be well planned. You won't be stress. If you're stressed, you are like a putting torch on your artery, and then need to make cholesterol high. They'll need to come, and then calcium will come, calcification, and you'll be shooting that, oh, cholesterol is a bad guy. You forgot that we made cholesterol high. We made our liver signal that, hey, give me cholesterol. I have some problem. So again, as a result, what are you doing? Someone said that, some one of my patients said, my doctor said I cannot touch it. I cannot eat any more mayonnaise, no cheese, no butter, no ghee. I have to be fully fat-free diet. Oh my God, you are fat-free diet. Then how you gonna have brain made of fat? You know, you how gonna make your hormone? You don't have you don't have a hormone if you don't have a fat. So you need fat to make your hormone. You need fat to make your nervous system, your brain. Our 4 pound brain made of 80% fat. So we need to understand the problem, not the looking at only cholesterol. If your problem fixed, cholesterol will be normal. And of course, if it's too high, number, you need to take medicine temporarily to lower down and take care of your health for long run would be the best solution.
Yeah, and change to plant based because that really brings it down. I did that for 8 months, total plant based at the very beginning, and I was shocked how far my cholesterol went down from over 200 to like 150. I was shocked. It was amazing. Yeah, so plant
You
based
see?
will definitely do the job. So
Yep.
wonderful, great question or great answers to all these questions. Did you
Thank
want
you.
us to take another one here?
Do you have any other question? Otherwise, we can. Yeah, if you have any question, or if you have any question from
Well,
the
there's so
from the
many
audience.
good ones here, but I was
Yes.
going to say the one about blood pressure is always a big one for all of us too. This one says, "Sir, I'm a banker. Blood pressure remains 85 to 90, 140 to over 130. Not taking any medicine now, so great. And please suggest what I can do to continue that and get better."
Yeah, Mr. Dash, your blood pressure is little high, but you don't have to take medicine yet, I would say. But make sure you do a couple of things. What I do for my patient is what I do when blood pressure is like in that level, like 140 systolic and 80 to 80 to 90 diastolic. What I tell my patient that simple. First, look at the mineral deficiency. We have been taking the white salt for a long time. We don't have enough mineral in the body. Our saliva, our tears, our blood, they need 92 mineral to surviving. So imagine we're getting white salt. How we are deficient of huge number of salt. So get us always bowl of vegetable, load of salad, like a any types of salad, like a lettuce, like a carrot and beet and spinach, and then pickle or cucumber, like a bowl of or tomato. So get a bowl of salad before your meal, first of all, and secondly, you definitely make sure that you get salt at least 3 times a day. Like a pinch of salt, put in your mouth
Huh.
and swallow, and then drink water, glass of water. You practice that 3 times a day, so you can quickly fill up the salt deficiency. You'll see amazingly, 50% of my high blood pressure patient, they get it normal by that. But if it's for long run, it becomes chronic. They're deficient of so many things, and I need to fix that. That's different issue. But for Mr. Dash, I see what you're talking about. You come in from like 140, 130 systolic. This is okay. Quickly put the salt therapy. Quickly go with some plan with your meal, with you some raw vegetable with your meal. Also get lower down your fat consumption, animal fat consumption, not the fat. You get a lot of oil. You get a lot of you get avocado. You get nuts, but lower down your animal fat, like a meat, especially. You'll see if you do these three things and you can do some exercise and mental stress, sleep enough, but try to not to use phone whole day, try to get relaxed from the phone, breeze the relationship, keep the relationship better, and don't jump for you too much high goal, and then calm down and be positive, be thankful to God. Trust me, it will feel amazing results.
Beautiful.
And other than that, you can do the blood test to see any other major issue you have, if it doesn't lower down the blood pressure.
Beautiful answers. It's like Another one. Do you want me to do another one?
If you have, yeah, you can go.
Okay. Yeah. How do you dissolve hydrocil from Humayun caviar?
You need to dissolve hydrocele. You need to go back your root cause. Maybe you have major infection going on. Infection need to be fixed. That will help immune system to get better, and you need to boost up immune system tremendously. Then immune will kill and all kind of issue that you have, and then it's gonna be dissolved with hydrocele.
Great. Wonderful.
Dr. Laurie, I want to tell our audience that Dr. Laurie also, as well as I, will be suggesting the patient from Bangladesh who were want to schedule with us, and we had a medical doctors in Bangladesh establish a medical clinic, and they follow integrative approach. So they will reach out to you, reach out to us, another few Dr. Garcia, Dr. Mahmood, and other doctor, Daniel. There's another doctor. I forgot her name. Dr. Kimberly. You actually talked to her already. I know. So you're all going to be suggesting to those clinic any patient need functional medicine approach or naturopath support. We will be doing that. They will be scheduling with us. Just I want to introduce our audience that we are going to be helping you wherever you are. Just let us know.
That's beautiful. Well, thank you for all these amazing answers. I know our audience is very happy. They've given us great comments on that, saying thank you so much for answering our questions. And so thank you for helping me to host you today. It was great being here with you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mary. It's so wonderful to be with you, and we'll meet up again. Thank you so much.